do that.
But listen, we have exciting news today.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. We don't have to talk as much.
Yeah, today we have a pre-recorded interview that we did just about an hour ago with the musical artist Kopps. That's Kopps spelled Kopps. Go follow her everywhere at Kopps Music. She's on tour right now. We're going to talk all about it in this interview. Mm-hmm. We just want to say we had a great time interviewing her.
Yes.
She's her name is Patricia Patron. She's the front woman of Kopps.
Yep.
She's incredibly nice.
She was.
She had really fun things to say.
Mm-hmm. She was a delight to talk to.
She was a delight to talk to. So we're going to let the interview speak for itself. Here is us talking to Kopps via Zoom. All right. So
yeah, that's the other thing.
That's what we forgot to mention. It's via Zoom.
There's a couple little spots where how could you tell? But
yeah. So, but context clues.
Right.
So here it is.
Here you go.
WITR doesn't matter at all, and
Irrelevant.
we've learned that through the weeks of the shows we've done.
Almost every day.
Nobody cares about us, and we're not important. But we have a very, very special guest today. She is currently on tour, going all across America. Her newest release, Planet Biash, has just been released, so please go check it out on all streaming platforms. It is Kopps, Kopps.
Woo!
We are here with Patricia Patron of Kopps. How are you today?
I am excellent. I am in a van right now on my way to Lincoln, Nebraska for a show that we have tonight at a venue that we've never played before. So I am lit right now, ready to rumble.
That's great. That checks all the boxes for a good show. Driving to a new venue.
What's the venue you're at tonight?
It's called the 1867 Bar, Lincoln, Nebraska. Never been. We have never been to this city and never been to this venue.
How many new cities have you hit on this tour so far?
Oh my gosh, it's been at least like 5 so far, I would say. We were in Dallas. We've never played there. We were in Wichita last night. We've never played there. So it's definitely been a few cities that we haven't experienced, but we've been really pleasantly surprised so far with the shows and the turnouts. And we've had some awesome support on the shows as well. So we're really just getting some exposure to some new faces, and it's been so much fun this run so far.
What's your favorite what's the city you're looking forward to most coming up on this tour that you haven't been to?
I would say because we're more than halfway through the tour right now, and I gotta give it up for hometown Rochester. Really looking forward to our show this Saturday, May 6th at Photo City.
Right.
We highly recommend everyone checking that show out.
Definitely.
It's for sure going to sell out. It's going to be awesome.
No doubt.
Everyone's going to be there. You are nobody if you're going to that show here in Rochester.
Yeah.
We're so excited.
All your friends will be there. Everybody's friends.
Maybe all of somebody else's friends. We're not really so well connected. I don't know how many.
Yeah, we don't have the most friends, but our parents' friends and our siblings' friends will for sure be there. Was there a reason you wanted to end the tour here in Rochester other than it just, I know it has that hometown attraction there for you, but was there a reason you wanted to end specifically in Rochester?
Well, I mean, it's always just a wonderful way to wrap up a tour is to see all of our friends and family and, of course, our Rochester fans.
Rochester fan.
To kind of end things with a bang. But also, it's just nice to give Rochester a really, really tight and put together show. And when you've just been out for a while, that's always the case too. So I really love at home, giving it a big out.
You cut off.
So much fun.
You cut off at the end there, but we got the main gist of it. It's a lot of fun in Rochester.
And you're right about the idea of playing a really tight show after you've been practicing for all these these months all over the country, and then to come back and play it for your hometown. That sounds awesome. That's got to be a kick for sure.
Yeah, we have a lot of pride in Rochester, and we try to share about Rochester when we're out with people that we meet as well, because I mean, I think it's kind of a unique city, especially having seen all of these other cities. For a smaller city, there's a lot of cool things about Rochester. So yeah, we just feel that our Rochester fans deserve the best show possible. But as far as other cities that I was really looking forward to on this run in particular, it was cool to go back to New Orleans. That was really fun. We hadn't been there since 2018. So that was an exciting stop for us that I had been looking forward to. I'm also looking forward to Thursday, May 4th at Sanctuary as the venue. So that's a cool venue too. And we haven't played there in some years either, partially because of the pandemic. So definitely looking forward to seeing who shows up and shows out for that show as well.
And where's that show, May 4th, you said? What city?
It's at Sanctuary in Detroit, Michigan.
Sanctuary in Detroit, Michigan. So once again, she was saying that show's going to be in Sanctuary, Detroit, Michigan. Hello, this is Live Amir back once again.
We're back. We're back in live.
Right at that point, we had lost Kopps on the Zoom call. She was calling from the road, as you guys heard, so we lost her for a couple of minutes. So we thought this would be a good time to take our first little music break here.
She was so appreciative of Rochester as a fan base, though. We should mention once again that May 6th, they will be at Photo City Music Hall.
May 6th, Photo City Music Hall.
Right, Kopps.
Go check it out and go follow their Instagram to get all their tour dates.
Right.
For those of you who are not in Rochester, you can go check them out.
Kopps Music.
We're going to listen to some of Kopps' tracks coming up before we get back to the interview. But first, Electrify My Love, Mondo Cosmo. We had Kopps on the air. She is on tour right now. We're on the air interviewing her. Once again, this was pre-recorded, so we're going to get back to that.
There's some good stories coming up here.
Right now. Patricia.
Hey, I'm so sorry. I'm driving literally through the middle of nowhere. The service is very spotty.
That's perfectly all right.
Yep. You're trying to make those people in Lincoln, Nebraska excited about tonight. You're making the dedication, the drive.
Yes. By any means necessary.
Mm-hmm. It sounds like you are really there for your fans as a group. And I was wondering, you have all these shows in these areas you've never played before, and you have such a colorful online presence. How do you like to interact with fans the best? Do you feel like you can do that live, or do you feel like you'd prefer to do it in a different format online somewhere?
I suppose the 2023 answer would be online and on TikTok, but that's definitely would be a lie for me if I were to say that. I really, really love live shows, and I feel like that's the way that I best connect with our fans. I actually love a combination of like talking to fans online and then getting to see them in person, which has happened a lot on the last couple of runs that we've had. Like, I've recognized people from online and have been able to meet them for the first time. So that's always really fun and special. And yeah, I like people right in front of my face, and I like if my sweat is hitting them, that's the ideal way for me to connect.
Absolutely. That sounds awesome. What would you say your fans are after? The whole genre bending experience, or you think they're more into your pop stuff, more into the metal?
I think that our fans are, I guess, sonically open-minded people, because our music is sort of difficult to categorize and to put into a box. So the fans naturally just either get it or they don't, I guess. And I guess if they don't, then they're not a fan, obviously.
Right.
So I think that our fans have been very responsive to every sort of single that we've put out, which to me means they have taste, they're cultured, and they're open to whatever we throw at them, which has been exciting because when we first started, I think, the new metal elements were probably more prominent. We still throw that stuff in now, but it's definitely, I think like for the last couple of releases, we've been also showing our pop colors a bit more obviously, I guess.
Absolutely.
So, and everyone's been cool with everything that we've done. So, and live audiences also seem to respond to all of the different aspects of the discography.
So those specific elements that you were just mentioning that you're mixing, because I noticed this phrase on your Instagram, is that kind of what blends into what you the band seems to call candy metal?
Yes, absolutely. So that to me,
because I love that term.
Thank you. That's actually, it's a funny story. On our last run, the Planet Bitch tour. The Planet Biatch tour.
It's okay. It's pre-recorded, so we can censor that out.
Yeah.
Sorry. The Planet Biatch tour. A fan said to me, your music is so unique. It's like candy metal. And I said, oh my God, yes. Yes, it is. And ever since then, that is what the term I've been utilizing when someone is asking, what is your genre? Which is a question that's kind of annoying to any artist.
Yeah.
That incorporates multiple genres. So I think it's a great descriptor. And to me, it just means elements of pop and new metal and everything in between.
I wanted to ask, because your music has so many amazing different, like you were saying, different genres blended into it. As you were kind of finding your sound, what things outside of musical artists did you find inspiration in to kind of influence your music?
I think, if I was going outside of music influences, specifically, I would say dance as well. Dance has just been a really integral part of the band and actually influencing what we end up with sonically and what our live shows are like. Our live shows are fully choreographed, the entire show.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
So that's an element that is very surprising to people. I think I always love the look on people's faces when they haven't seen us before and we start breaking into choreography. We're just aiming to delight the audience and keep people engaged and interested the entire time. So I think knowing from the jump that the project was going to be a really hard-hitting live show certainly influenced the sound. I mean, we were influenced very early on, like for our first EP, by 90s house music, like La Bouche type of artists. So, and dance is an integral part of that, I would say. So I suppose that's my long-winded answer.
No, I love that. And because I had the pleasure of seeing you guys live when you performed downtown with Joywave at the Fringe Festival a couple years ago. And
yes.
I remember the dance elements really popped out to me, and there's so many visual elements in your live performances that I also noticed with your promotional material, how heavy the visual elements are. Are you planning out the visual aspects of your live shows as you're kind of delving into EP stuff and promotional stuff?
Yes. So everything is very much very detail oriented, very tied together. Like for this run, for example, the visuals from the tour poster, I really tried to translate to the live show with our wardrobe choices for the entire run. And then also that's tied into new releases as well. So just really trying to give the audience like different eras with each major release or each major tour. So everything is very much planned and very particular, I suppose. And I I guess that's an interesting part of the project too, is that it is so focused on the art and visuals that I would say it's there's as much work and labor put into that as the music, honestly. So it becomes sort of a skill set in and of itself that I'm constantly trying to work on and hone and sharpen, I guess.
That's so cool, because you said as a performer you're there to delight the audience, and it sounds like you really put that into every aspect of the performance, which is definitely sets you apart from other bands who don't.
Yeah, like even just looking at your promotions on social media, like that in itself is just enjoyable to watch.
Right.
And I wanted to ask, one of the recent promos you did was you smashing two bottles against each other as they shatter. Did you cut yourself? Because you had to have, like that. That looked like it had to have hurt at some point.
No, I did not cut myself. There's some tricks of the trade that we utilized for that shoot. But the idea just kind of like popped in my head one day. I was like, for all of our promotion stuff that's coming up, I just want to like break stuff.
Yeah.
I want a shoot where I'm just breaking a bunch of stuff. And we had kind of a tight timeline. So I had to utilize some, I guess, like some movie set tricks and things like that. And some non-local vendors for materials and stuff. So yeah, it was exciting to do that shoot. And I wasn't sure if it was actually going to translate, and it definitely did.
It did. It's so fun to watch. I watched it like 15 times in a row. It's one of those.
Hey, thank you.
Yeah, it's one of those loops you just want to keep watching. Are there any ideas you ever had for a promo that were just too crazy at the time to put on, to make practical, or to get off of paper?
Oh my God, yes. Okay, so we tried once to reproduce the Radiohead video. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have a brain fart. Maybe you guys can help me. He's in the back of a car.
Oh, Karma Police?
Are you familiar with this video? Yeah, I'm sorry. Yes, Karma Police. We tried to reproduce this video for one of our actual music videos, and we thought that it was going to be this amazing thing. We initially shot lots of our videos with Joey, the guitar player from Joywave. He's actually an amazing video editor and an amazing videographer, and has done a lot of their stuff for them as well. He doesn't anymore, but he did prior. And he shot a couple of our past videos as well. The Dollars for Dimes video, the video for Dumb, he did those. So we were thinking that this was going to be a total slam dunk. And we rented an Airbnb, and we like got a car, and like a very old car. We like really pulled out all the stops, and we spent an entire night trying to shoot this video, and it was just like not working. We didn't have the right equipment to be like in the moving vehicle, and to have it not look all I don't know. I know I can't swear. It just
but
it
just look wonky
good.
And it looked a little off.
Up.
Yes.
Yeah.
We'll use that nice word, wonky. It was just not. It was not giving, as the kids say.
So, what was one of your favorite shoots to be a part of then? Just from the crazy, amazing promotional stuff you do and videos you shoot, what was just the one that stuck out to you that you love being a part of?
Okay, so you think that it would be one of the label-backed videos, but I do. The Dollars for Dimes video holds a special place in my heart because we shot it at Tilt Nightclub. Rest in peace.
Oh yeah,
Tilt Nightclub. But we didn't even have to rent the space. The owner was just like, yeah, come in for the day, do whatever you want. It was a Sunday. It was a very detailed shoot. Like, I don't know if you guys are familiar with this video, but it was like puppets that were strippers. So they were like these fuzzy puppets that we thought were so funny. and they do like pole dances in the video, and it's pretty like involved.
Yeah, the pink flamingo sort of that was pole dancing
Yes.
on. Yeah.
Yeah, so we did this as an in-house video with no assistance in one day. It was like an 8-hour shoot at Till. And just like the way that it came out, I just think it was sort of magic that must have happened that day for us to have done it in 8 hours and for it to have come out as funny as it did and as well as it did with the effects.
It was
meant to be.
Yeah, it was hilarious to watch. It was almost a fever dream watching it, but it just worked so well.
Yeah, I think, well, I'm going to keep it G, but watching it when you're in a really good mood is fun. I don't know.
No, yeah, it's such a fun video, and yeah, it's just, I recommend anybody listening right now to go check out the Dollars for Dimes video. I had a great time watching it, and just the track in general is great. I wanted to ask before we got disconnected, because of all the visual elements in your promotion and videos, what's been your favorite thing to kind of adapt onto stage for audiences to see live?
That's a good question. Trying to think about anything that we've pulled. I mean, the Hot video was really centered around choreography. So we have pulled some elements from that for live, and that was a bigger budget video. And we actually had fans send us videos of them doing the choreography to be able to integrate into the video itself. So that gave our fans a chance to actually be in a music video with us.
Oh, nice.
And yeah, we have adapted that parts of that choreography for live as well.
That's awesome getting the fans involved like that. Are there any songs you've been doing live that became fan favorites that you were surprised became fan favorites?
I think that Ugly, the track Ugly, which was put out a while ago, is always a fan favorite. People seem to react to it, and it's a very like sing-along-able song. The chorus is UGLY, we're ugly, like a sort of a cheerleading vibe.
Yeah,
That's a great song.
And the bass line is just really hard hitting as well. So as soon as we play it to a new audience, people just seem to be into it. And once in a while, I can get a newer audience to sing along, even though they've never heard it.
Oh, that's got to feel good.
So yeah, it's always fun.
You mentioned doing a lot of extensive things in the video and the stage shows and like a lot of different outfits you've worn, costumes. What was the most difficult costume for you? Because I saw in the Planet BITCH video, there's the alien costume, which is, it seems like that's really, yeah. You go ahead, take it.
I have an answer for you.
Okay.
We're actually riding in the van right now with our friend Paul from Joywave. Paul, would you like to yell hello? Hello.
Hey, Paul.
Paul is on 3 shows with us for this run. He's kind of saving the day because our primary drummer had a recording project he could not pass up. So Paul, after his Joywave tour, graciously flew out to the middle of the country to play 3 shows with us, and we're dropping him off at the airport momentarily. But this is long-winded answer. But he looked back at me as soon as you guys answered this question, because at one of our EP release shows at the Bug Jar in Rochester some years ago, we attempted to have all the band members chained to me. And we attempted to have it be like this big reveal. Like there was a curtain up on stage. And so we had to kind of jump up on stage and get everyone like chained to me. They were all chained from my waist to their necks, basically. Multiple band members. I made the mistake of purchasing chains literally from the Home Depot. So we're talking about chains that are so heavy you can pull a tree out of the ground with these chains if you connect them to a car. So we're behind this curtain scrambling, trying to get these chains connected to everyone. it's not working. The audience is getting antsy. We're like freaking out. And the only person that I was able to be successfully chained to was Paul. Paul's neck to my waist. He's on a stand-up cocktail kit, and these chains are just dragging him down for the first like 3 songs that we played. Eventually, we disconnected, and we were able to proceed successfully. But that was probably the biggest oopsie moment that we have had
for wardrobe
with costume.
I see. And from that day forward, you choreographed every show, I imagine. That's when that started.
Yes.
That's really funny. How funny. And Paul, how's your neck? How's everything going over there?
Yeah, is his neck okay?
Paul, is your neck okay?
No, it's fine.
Did you get that?
We did not.
Yeah, it's good. My neck's great.
He's recovered. He's made a full recovery.
That's good. Our fans would have wrote in angry if his neck was not okay.
Yeah,
and
seriously.
we had to dodge that bullet.
He's all right, everyone.
Are there any? We're coming up near the end of the interview here. I wanted to ask: are there any new songs that you didn't get the chance to do live before this tour that you're just having a lot of fun playing live and interacting with the audience with the songs?
Yes, there's a song that actually inspired the name of the tour, and the song is called Big Girl, and it's not out yet. And I've been having a ton of fun testing it on these new audiences. And I think people have been reacting to it in a big way. So
Oh, that's
it's
that.
fun.
When do you think that one will make its way out to
Oh, it's being mixed and mastered right now. So I'm hoping to get it out early this summer.
Oh, great.
Well, we
So
cannot.
look out for that. Big Girl.
As a single, or are you trying to do another EP project coming up?
It's a single, but I am writing and recording between all of this other stuff right now. So there will be a larger release, but I don't have a tentative date for you on that.
How exciting. We'll look forward to it.
That is
though.
extremely exciting to hear. Any specific tour things you wanted to shout out before we let you go here?
Yes, everybody in the Rochester, New York area. It's going to be a party on Saturday, this Saturday, May 6th, Photo City Music Hall, with support from not only Jacob Asher, our tour mate, but also Ishmael and also DJ Crease, who is going to be providing us with sets of only the best music before, between, and after the bands for like a full-on dance party till very late. So we hope that the entire WITR audience and crew will join us this Saturday, May 6th.
We will be there for sure.
Just put the word out, yeah.
If you have not seen Kopps live, you have to go. Photo City Music Hall is just an amazing venue. If you have seen Kopps live, you already will be going because you know it's an opportunity you cannot miss. Guys, please go follow Kopps everywhere at Kopps Music. Please remember that's Kopps, Kopps. And hit their website, koppsmusic.com. Find them everywhere you listen to music. Patricia, thank you so much for being here with us today.
You are so welcome, Amir and Tyler. It's been a pleasure.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. And Chris was here as well interviewing you.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay. That's all right. That was perfect for him. That's exactly what he wanted to happen.
Because
so.
I actually hate Chris and I don't like doing shows with him, so it's
I'm
nice.
a little delirious right now, y'all.
That's all right. Life is different in Nebraska. We get it.
That's all right. All right. Once again, thank you, Patricia.
Thanks.
And we will see everyone listening to the show next week. Thank you, everybody.